Hello everyone, Seth Campbell here. Welcome back to Segway Plays Legend of Zelda the Wind Waker. In the last episode, we finished things up on Forest Haven. We rescued Makar from the giant plant, Kaledemos, and we completed the ceremony with the great Deku Tree. I want to see, do I have room for anything? Yes. Before we set sail for the last pearl, I want to restock bait, because we will be sailing past some uncharted islands, and I would like to chart them. We are also now, if I'm not mistaken, able to take on some side quests, so I would like to do that while we have time. In spite of the King of Red Lion's warning of urgency, we will not be affected by taking our time. We will not have any consequences. So the first thing we need to do, of course, is change the direction of the wind. And he said northwest, which it already is. Oh yeah, that's right. I guess it is. Check the sea chart. Okay. We are here, and it's not actually charted, so I want to find the fish man before we go anywhere. And then that is our destination, but I want to take some liberties first. Now, where is the fishman? I should probably equip the sail, don't you think? Gotta be around here somewhere. There he is. Okay. Equip some bait. Oops. Well, that's one way of stopping. Hoy, small fry. Yeah, I've heard. I take it you want a chart and information about this island? And start by opening up your sea chart. Just a wee bit north of this island, I've sometimes seen a merchant of incredible girth and a monstrous pack on his back. Now what could he be doing on that lonely little isle? I tell you, there are some strange folk in the world, Fry. And that's all the info I've got to offer. And we've heard all this before. Okay, so I am going to take a detour in a northerly direction. My control stick got stuck there. There we go. So I'm going to make the wind blow north. And the King of Red Lions should be a little more lenient about us going out of our way here. May even veer off course a little further, depending on which islands get close to us. In fact, this island seems fairly close. It's due east. Yeah, I guess we can go there. That's kind of the fun of this game, if you're playing it as a kid, is the adventuring aspect, exploring. You got all these different islands. And at this point, you got no idea what's on any of them. Of course, I have a vague idea because I've played this game before, but that's besides the point. Now, as always, when we are at an island we have not been to before... Uh-oh. Yes, this is a Georg. Basically a shark. I think you can hit these guys with a boomerang. I think that'll... Okay, I see the fish. Yes, you can. And you want to do that because Given enough time, they will ram your boat and knock you out of it. Like that. Have to hit him a few times. You can target the item orbs they drop with the boomerang, which I don't actually want to do at the moment, but... Oh, come on. No, I didn't want to talk to you. Link, I sense that terrible things are happening. Quickly, we must hurry to the place marked on your sea chart. No, actually, we're going to take a bit of a detour. Oh, come on. See, this is the problem with Georgs or Georgs or whatever you want to call them. You could call it George if you wanted to pronounce the G's that way, I guess. Is when there are multiple of them, they can kind of box you in like this, and it's really hard to get a hit on any of them when they do that. So you basically just have to take hits whenever you can get them. And if you can whittle their numbers down one by one, then it'll get easier. I mean, you could just keep sailing, but if you're trying to do something in close proximity to the island, like I am, which is to get to the Fishman, then you're going to want to defeat them before they become a problem. Or, in my case, as you just saw, when they have become a big problem. You can use your boomerang, incidentally, to collect rupees, hearts, and whatever other items drop out of these item orbs, which is very handy. In the HD remake, they came up with a way so if you're sailing on the ocean, the items will just basically fly to you. But this version does not have that. Oh, come on. No. Stop. Turn around. Oi, small fry. Yeah, I've heard. I take it you want to chart in information about this island. Start by opening up your sea chart. Yeah, we've done that so many times. My voice is breaking. Cliff Plateau Isles. Hey, small fry. Do you know about the Nintendo Gallery? Well, that's interesting. The only way in there is to hit a switch that's way up high on the Forest Haven. But the only way to do that would be to bribe one of the gulls by putting a little bait on your head. And that's all the info I got to offer. Yes, that is something that will come into play fairly soon. And it's something that has very much divided fans of this game. But we'll talk about that in a bit. Meantime, I'm going to correct our course and go northwest for a little bit. You can't do anything on that island at this precise moment in time. Just take my word for that. You know, some people who've Let's Played this game, you know, experienced Let's Players have planned out a whole efficient route to cover all the islands in the least amount of time, but I'm just starting out as a Let's Player. I haven't figured out exactly how to think that far ahead yet. Okay, there is something around Bomb Island, which, if I recall, is the island 1 square north. Yes, it is. There's something around here that I would like to do if we can. Of course, I have to spot it first. As the game goes on, I'm probably going to cut a lot of the sailing between islands where nothing eventful is happening. Let's see. I think... Is that it? Is that what I'm looking for? Yes, it is. Scattered across the Great Sea, you will find these submarines. which are not extraordinarily well-designed submarines, I think, because you can't really submerge much if you've got a gaping hole in the top of the submarine, but works for us because we can just walk right in. These little submarines are sort of like little mini cavern challenges. Usually some battle involved. We got some rats and some bokoblins. I am going with bokoblins now. I should be using my grappling hooks as I could get joy pendants from them. Like that. The green bokoblins often carry a shield, which means they can deflect your attacks more. See, is this what I thought it was? Oh, it is, yes. It's a seemingly insignificant chest, but it gets us another empty bottle. This is really awesome, because now we can carry 2 potions, or a fairy and a potion, or a fairy or potion and something important, like the firefly, or whatever. So yes, getting more empty bottles is very helpful. And fortunately, you can get this one pretty early on. In fact, I'm pretty sure I could have gotten it on the way here, but I just missed the submarine. So that was one detour I wanted to take. For now, do I want to go? Yeah, I want to go back to Windfall Island briefly. Just to get something out of the way. I would love to talk... Oh, it was already northwest. That was completely redundant. What am I doing? I want to talk briefly with Lenzo now that we have the Firefly. And there's a reason I'm going so far out of my way to do this, and I will talk about that when it becomes relevant. I should also probably open my treasure charts. Even though I don't really want to collect anything right now because my rupees are full. That's one near Dragon Roost. It's good to remember. Yeah, Tingle's chart. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So I'm probably going to speed up the sailing a little bit. Maybe insert some original music if there's enough time. And I'll slow it back down to normal at any points where we're interacting with the fishman or something relevant happens, or we'll see. But for the moment, let's sail away. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, you see that giant cyclone over there? That is not like one of the little updrafts. We really do not want to get caught in that. Yeah, I'm closer than I'd like to be to that. Yeah, we'll talk about that more later, but right now we really do not want to... Yeah. We don't want to deal with that. But with day breaking, as we avoid danger. Well, here's the salvage corps again. Let me try to talk to them again. And Fishman over here. I'm still trying to figure out the deal with the salvage corps. Oh, we're gonna get the Fishman dialogue with the sea battle music playing. If you listen to the bass, I think there's a little bit of Jaws inspiration there. Doom, 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 doom. Oh, small fry. Yeah, I've heard. I take it you want a chart and information about this island? Yeah. Northern Triangle Isle. Can't make up its mind in the music, I guess. Oh boy, there's another type of Octorok in the distance. That's what that thing is. Let me tell you something, small fry. The school on that Windfall Island has one gorgeous teacher. Yes, the teacher whose name is Marie, not Marl, as I learned too recently. But the thing is, this gang of 4 little hoodlums is always causing trouble for her. Those little delinquents like to cause all sorts of trouble. They go climbing trees and hiding behind buildings instead of going to school. What a bunch of savages. Somebody's got to scold those scoundrels and set them straight for the sake of that poor teacher. You hear me, Fry? Well, fortunately, I have already done that. And these Octoroks launch bombs. Exactly how that works, I don't know, but we don't want to deal with that. And I am nervous about sailing back towards that cyclone there, but I want to talk to the salvage corps. So, since the first time we encountered them, I've been doing some reading, and I think it's just like one salvage corps that moves around. But I could have sworn I remembered differently as a kid. But see, here's this guy again. Yo, bub, you collecting treasure, huh? See where you can find treasure, open your sea chart and press Y to check your special charts. If you compare the island charts on the left to the treasure charts on the right, it should be easy to figure out. The secret to hauling up treasure is to go to the spot marked on the map and then use your grappling hook while in your boat. Then it just takes patience, bub. A lot of first-time treasure hunters give up pretty quickly because they don't get how it works, but they're missing out. It's really not that hard. So that's how it works. Okay, yeah, so they just tell you how that works, and I could have used that info as a kid because, as I said, that was surprisingly difficult for me. Okay, we are going to sail north to Windfall Island briefly, and I could probably do this without changing the direction of the wind because it's close enough, but I'm just going to speed things up. And we're back on Windfall Island. And while we are here, there are 2 people I would like to see, actually. And that guy is not one of them, so let's just hope he doesn't notice us. Because Elvis up here asked us if we knew anything about rhythm, and we kind of do now, because we have a Wind Waker. So if we stand in front of him and take it out, and just hold this rhythm here. Cha. Cha. That's it. That's the rhythm I've been trying to recall. Oh, I can feel it. I can feel it, guy.
Yeah. Woo. Yeah. Woo.
So if we follow the motions he made there, it was right, left, down. And we learned the Song of Passing. That's it, and it's perfect. I'm perfect. Now bring on the night.
Yeah. Woo.
Hey, what's the matter? Nothing happened. Nothing at all. Why? Well, it didn't work for him, but maybe for us, since we actually have a Wind Waker. Well, wouldn't you know it? It turns day to night. Oops. And night to day, which in town areas where the time doesn't pass normally is very useful. And if you notice, those more musically inclined, it's the first three notes of that that has long been the night to day awakening music. This guy again? I don't know if I read this quote already. You don't look at all familiar, buddy. Are you some kind of tourist or something? If you are, then I'll show you around. Why don't you join me on a little stroll around town? Our Windfall Island may be a little cozy, so to speak, but people from all over the world come here. Town's always lively. Hey ha! Why, just walking around and having a look at things is quite fun. That's the mark of a great town. I'll say that's true. I came from originally a small town like that, and I went to school in a neighboring small town like that. I went to school in a little town called Newburyport, Massachusetts, one of the oldest cities in the Northeast, when I was a youngster. And it has that, and the town I grew up in, Amesbury, had the same thing. I mean, it's of course changed with the times. I don't go back there all that often these days, but you know, just great walking. Yeah, they're technically cities, but they feel like towns. You know, just a great place to walk around, look at the stores, the people, the houses. Just really pleasant places to be most of the time. So the other person I wanted to see, and I'm not sure why I'm meandering all over the place like this. The other person I wanted to see is Lenzo. Because we have a firefly. And if we show it to him, Is that? Why? I feared the secret light had been extinguished forever. Is it truly one of the long-fabled forest fireflies? Oh, glory! My fine assistant Link. For ages, it has been said that the forest fireflies possess a mystical power. For your efforts, I shall place this one inside your box. Come on now, hand me your pictobox, if only for a moment. And with that, you got a deluxe pictobox. It has been imbued with a mystical light, so now it can take color pictographs. Set it to and use it with Y, Z, or X. Yes. Ooh, now those pictographs of yours that have forever lacked the scintillating palette of life shall henceforth show the world as it was meant to be, in living color. Now, that was quite an easy thing to do after all. Ah, well, such is life. Now, go out there and snap pictographs. Snap them in color for me, for all the years I spent unable to do so. Go to it, Link. Yes, we have now gotten the deluxe pictobox. It takes pictographs in color. And there is a reason I wanted to do that so early, and we'll talk about it before too long. But just to demonstrate this, let's see. Let's take a... If the killer bees don't get in the way, let's take... Since this guy caused us so much grief taking... Gonna have to do it. The kids are circling around me now. Their heads are popping up in front of the camera. Since this guy here caused us so much grief, let's just get a nice pictograph of him. And there we go. Why did I do that, you wonder? Well, it will become clear in due time. Now, funnily enough, in the HD remake, you do not have to get the forest fireflies. Oh, no. We're leaving. Simply completing the pictograph quest is enough to get Lenzo to give you the color picto box. Oops. And since we happen to be due northeast from our destination, I suggest we sail southwest. I failed to mention you can jump over the Georgs. Well, that is a frighteningly familiar shape. Let's see if Fishman confirms my fears. Oi, small fry. Yeah, I've heard. I take it you want a chart and information about this island? Yeah. Yep, it is indeed Tingle Island. Let me tell you a little something about that island over there, small fry. The guy who lives there is named Tingle, but he won't grow up and act his age. He still dresses like a little kid. That is not normal. Still, from what I hear, he can decipher maps like nobody's business. Just goes to show that you can't judge a person on appearance alone, Fry. Of course, the thing about this Tingle guy is that when it comes time to pay his deciphering fee, you better be ready to fork over some serious dough. Anyone who doesn't have a deep wallet won't be reading any maps, that's for sure. Well, it's good to remember, as Tingle said, don't forget it if we ever need any help with charts. Much as I wish I could forget it because he scares me. But yeah, that's one way to announce your presence to the world. A giant rotating totem of your own head. But for the moment, I suggest we just keep moving. We'll remember this if we need it, but our destination is up ahead. Well, that looks a little ominous, but surely it's nothing to worry about. Swirling thunderclouds. Concentrated specifically on the island we're going to.
Hey.
Look, Link, do you see it? What has happened to this place? Maybe this is... Yeah, this looks bad. What is the meaning of this? This island? It is... We are too late. I knew we had precious little time, but I never suspected how little. A great water spirit named Jaban once lived here, but no sign of him remains.
Boy!
Oh, there, Link! So you're here. I've been looking for you. Are you by chance seeking the great spirit Jabun? I'm sorry to report to you that Jabun can no longer be found here. Let's look at how this place has been torn to pieces. I suspect that this too is the work of the Shadow in Forsaken Fortress. But fear not. Jabun was able to flee this island before it was attacked. He is in a safer abode now. Would you like to guess where that abode may be? On the island where you were born. On Outset. Yet even if you were to go to Outset now, you would not be able to see Jabun. The cave where he hides is sealed with a mighty stone slab that repels all who try to pass it. Why not even the pirates with their mighty ship could get in? I must apologize, Link. I thought if anyone would know of your whereabouts, it would be the pirates. I told them this tale without so much as a thought for the consequences. I don't know what they hoped to get, but they immediately set sail for Outset Island and tried to break into the cave. It is lucky that they could not gain entrance. I have heard that they were last spotted on Windfall Island, but doing what, I do not know. If you wish to see Jabun, I think you'd better search for the pirates on Windfall Island. What an eerie isle this is. Everywhere else boasts clear skies and calm seas, but this place suffers under dark clouds and rain. Valu must have been right when he asked me to bring word of Jabun to you. He called this island cursed. I would counsel against staying here any longer than you have to. But that is your decision. I have told you of Jabun, so my task is complete. Well, that throws a bit of a wrench in the works. Jabun is no longer here, but at least he's alive. Now, for those of you who've never played this game and are just wondering why on earth I just went to Windfall before coming to this place and it tells us to go back to Windfall, well, we'll address that in the next episode because I promise there's a reason. But for the moment, I think we have accomplished a fair amount. We left Forest Haven, we completed a couple of side quests, we've gotten the deluxe Picto Box and a song that turns day to night, and we have arrived here at Greatfish Isle, where fortunately Quill was able to find us and inform us that Jabun is elsewhere, but we'll have to set sail to find him in the next episode. So, I will see you then.